Hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and I want to welcome you to my stamp room. Hey Sylvie, how you doing tonight? Happy you're here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. What I'm going to do is, oh, okay, I can see it. I was having a little issue with my phone a few minutes ago, so I'm hoping that I fixed it. We'll see. All right, so tonight I'm doing the Storybook Life Scrapbooking Kit. Hey Karen, welcome. I'm working on this workshop scrapbooking kit, and it's really cute. It uses the Storybook memories papers and stuff. And one thing I noticed today, I opened it up to look at it, but I did notice that there is a lot of extra paper in this particular kit. So if you have questions, feel free to ask in the chat box. I can see you if you're on YouTube and you're in the chat box, but if you're on my website and you put a comment in there, I won't see it until after this is done, because I just don't get notification on that. So hopefully you will ask your questions. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'll flip my camera here. I've got a couple things to talk about. So I'm going to start up a new club, a kit club, and I guess I'll show that now. So what I'm going to do, it's going to be a monthly club where you get a kit full of Stampin' Up! Products. Anywhere from $22 to $25 worth of product. You'll be able to make 8 cards. I have 4 designs, 2 of each, and then this month has a bonus project. So we're using the Grow with Love stamp set and bundle this month. So what happens if you sign up for club now? I actually will ship them out in April. So like around each month around the 25th to the 27th. So there's a link on my website if you want to go, and I will actually pop it down in the YouTube description after I'm done with this kit. All right, so let me show you the rest of the cards. This one is the technique card. That was the fun fold. This is a technique card. You can see I used embossing, and I've also done a little blending on that card. Like I said, you get 2 of each. This card was just using inks, and lots of them. Hello from Oregon, yay! All right, and then I've got this card, and as you can see, they all come with envelopes, and I used very vanilla paper with this, and I had very vanilla envelopes, so each kit will come with enough, the 8 envelopes too, but this one has just got a little pocket. I put a little card in here, but you could put a little gift card in there. And then the bonus project for this month is these 3 little pockets with that envelope die from the set, but I love this little embellishment here where you have the little dots with the linen thread that went through it. And I just made these with some of the paper. You'll get a half a pack of the designer series paper. Let me show you what you get in the kit. So you'll get a full pack of these low profile dots. As you can see, I've been using them. You'll get a full bolt of ribbon for your cards, and a half a pack of the Everyday Happiness designer series paper. So you'll have lots, and then all the cardstock and layers and all that stuff you need. You'll have lots of paper left over to do other projects. All right, so let's get to the Storybook Life. So Storybook Life is one of our scrapbooking kits. It's really adorable. It uses the Storybook Memories papers. There's a few new ones in here too, but I want to show you the whole kit. So it comes with these great little holders. So these are just holders for your pictures. I'm going to put those aside because I'm probably not going to use those tonight, because I noticed a lot of these are already have frames, so you know where to put your pictures. All right, so this is the paper, and I'm going to show you tonight a way to cut it so that you'll have a full sheet of this paper left over. I love this color and that plaid. Look at how pretty that plaid is. Oh, I love the plaid paper. All right, and then there's this beautiful green with the gingham. And then these strawberries, this is new to this kit. This is not in any of the other kits. And I will tell you, I think we have a full sheet, almost 2 full sheets of this left over, which is great because you have so much of the other strawberries. And then another piece of plaid. Then this one too is also, this one also is, does that make sense? Exclusive to this kit, because these are actually backgrounds. So I'm going to put these aside over here for a minute. And then we've got our 2-tone cardstock in the Coastal Cabana, and 2-tone has exactly what it says. It's 2-tone. So it's dark on one side, light on the other. There's lots of techniques you can do it. We have our Whisper White, Pebble Path, There's two here. Again, this is the two-tone, so you get a light side and a dark side. You can see the difference. I love the two-tone. It's kind of fun. You can do a lot of techniques with it too. But it's nice to have options. And then Lost Lagoon, my favorite color. And that too is also a light and a dark. And Basic Beige, I believe that this one is. And this is two-toned. So it has a light and a dark side. You can see it there. And then you get a sticker sheet, which these are all stickers. So they're die cut out stickers, and they're kind of a heavier, not a full cardstock, but a heavier cardstock. And then you also get a sheet of dies. So these are just punch out dies. And if you flip these over, it actually tells you which project it goes on. So I want to point that out before I get started, because sometimes I forget to tell that part. All right, and then that's just the backing for it. So I'm going to set these aside and bring in my instructions. What I love about the instructions is it has down here the materials that you're going to need to complete this the way that Stampin' Up! Has done it. And I will show you that you'll need the kit, you'll need a Lost Lagoon Classic ink pad, you'll need a blending brush, you'll need some Stampin' Seal, paper snips, and a paper cutter. So to begin with, and a pencil. Make sure you have a pencil, and make sure that you don't mix it up. I don't know if you guys joined me last month when I did my kit, but I just this week found the pieces that I had been missing. And what I did is I put the pieces that I cut into my extra paper pile, and the pieces, the scraps, I put into the pile for the page. So that was my own fault. I messed that up. But it all worked out. All right, so to start, I'm just going to leave the cutting instructions here because I'm just going to follow along right with their instructions, except a few pointers. All right, so on this first piece of paper, we have this adorable rabbit paper, which I just think this is so cute. And we're going to look down here, and the front of your paper, what's facing up, is going to go whatever the image shows. And so the image shows the bunny is going that way. Okay, and so then you're going to go ahead and open up your cutter, and we're going to go right here to this little pair of scissors here. That's where you make your first cut. And then you just follow their guide all the way through. Let me make a little bit more room here. So the very first cut is actually a 1/2 inch by 9. I just put a brand new blade too in my cutter, so this should work great. And then this is 2B. And so 2B, I'm going to take my pencil, and on the back of it, I'm going to write 2B. And I'm going to have 3 piles behind me, a 1, a 2, and a 3, hopefully by the time I'm done. And that's how I'm going to put them all together. So this next cut is 2 3/8. And so for those of you who struggle with measurements, an 1/8 on a ruler, let me pull this up there so we can actually see it. All right, and so we've got here, this is the 1 inch mark, and then there's little marks, dashes here. There's a short one and a long one, a short one and a long one. Okay, so that's the 1/4 inch one, the longest one. 1/8 of an inch is that one there, the middle one. And then the shorter ones are 1/16. I don't usually get that carried away, but sometimes they do. So 2 3/8 is going to be 2, and then 1, 2, 3. So 2 dashes below 3.5. And we're going to cut that, and that's a 2H. And so I'm going to take that piece of paper, and I'm going to mark it 2H. And that goes in my 2 pile. And then the next one we have here is an 8 by 3. And so I'm going to flip my paper because I know that I want it. Oh, wait. I'm not going to flip my paper. I'm going to cut it this way. So I'm going to cut it 8 by 3. So come into 3. Sorry, I'm kind of struggling there for a minute. 8 by 3, right? Cut that at 3, and then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to cut it at 8. And this is 1D. So this goes in my pile for my first set of pages. And that's going to go in my first pile. This ends up being a piece of scrap that I can use for anything. Then the next one, you're supposed to take a whole nother page of this paper. However, if you look at my piece of paper, I have plenty. So I want to make sure my bunnies are looking that way. And I'm going to cut it on the strawberry side. And I'm going to cut 2 of them at a 1/2 inch by 12. And these are both marked 3B and 3B and 3I. And I'll put that in my third pile. Now, what I want to show you here is that we have this whole piece that's left over, and then we have a whole sheet of bunnies and strawberries. So that's a lot of paper left over. I'm going to set that aside and then move on to the next page. So again, I'm going to flip open my arm. I'm going to bring in a piece of the paper. I'm going to look at the direction, the orientation of the paper, and the paper is actually oriented this way. So these little oval frames are faced that way. And I'm going to cut 2 1/2 inch strips. And these are both 3A and 3H. And I'll put that in my third pile. All right, and then I have this next piece that's 9.5 by 9. So I'm going to go ahead and come in here at 9 and cut that. That's an extra piece, and then 9.5 and cut that. And this piece is 2A, so 2A is going to go in my second pile. And these are scraps. But you're going to end up with a lot of scraps that you can do a lot with. All right, so the next piece comes in with this same piece. And this time we're going to cut at 9.5, 9 by 9.5. And so I'm going to come in here and line her up at 9. And then turn it and go at 9.5. And this piece is actually 2G. So that'll go in my second pile. And then I've got this piece here. This is going to be 3 by 6. And so I'll just come to the 6-inch mark because it's already 3 across. That you get to keep. And this is 1E with an asterisk. So 1E with an asterisk. When it has an asterisk, that means you're going to use this side of the paper. So you're going to have this side of the paper on your actual page. And so that goes in my one pile. And then I have this piece here that I'm going to cut down to 9. And then these are 9 by 1/2 inch. Well, it's a 1/2 inch little strips. And so these are, oh, my arm is turning off the light. All right, so then these 2 strips are actually have asterisks on them. So that means we use the other side. So this is 2C and 2I. And we're going to flip these over and put them in the second pile. And then this last strip is going to have, it's going to be a 1/2 inch. A 1/2 inch strip. This is extra. I'll put these extras in the extra pile. And then we're going to turn this to 8 3/8. So here's 8, and then we're going up a couple notches. And this one is 1I. So it's this side that we're going to use on the one pile. All right, now we're coming in with this piece, and I have to look closely at this. I think those are just, yeah, I don't think it matters because they're all symmetrical. So what we're going to do is a 10 by 12. What I liked about this particular kit is there's not a ton of cuts. Last month I felt like I was cutting like crazy. So 10 by 12, that sheet's done. And this is 1A. Put that there. Put our strip. This strip is going to be 2 by 10. 2 by 10. So that's your scrap. And this is 1C with an asterisk. So we're going to use this side, and it's going to be on the one pile. And then you're going to come back in with the other piece of that green. And pretty much I could have cut these at the same time because they're the exact same. Sorry, I keep hitting my light. Might have to scoot that out a little bit. All right, so this is going to be 10. So we come to the 10 mark. 10 by 12. And it is a 2G. So we will remember that. And then this other piece is going to be 10 by 2. That one is 1H. So it's going to be used on this side. All right. Now we come over here to, oh, we did that one. Sorry. Hi, Carlene. Glad you made it. All right. And so on this one, you actually get 2 sheets of this strawberry paper, but we only need to use 1. So you have a whole sheet of strawberries that coordinates with those other strawberries to play with. All right. And so this one, we're up here now, and we're just cutting 2 little strips of a 1/2 inch by 12. And we want our strawberries to go this way. So we'll go to the 1/2 inch mark. And we'll cut 2 of those. And these are both, so this whole sheet is extra along with that other sheet. And then these are both 3D and 3K. We'll put that in the third pile. The third pile has a lot of little strips. All right, so then we're coming in with this beautiful plaid. Love this. And we are going to cut these 2 by 12. So I'll just cut it at 4 and then I'll cut it in half. So this whole piece is extra. So you see what I mean about all the extra? I mean, you could make several other pages just with the extras or lots of cards. All right, so these are 3C and 3J. I'll put that in that pile. And then we're down here to, oh, and here, this is an extra piece. So you get a whole nother plaid piece that's extra. Lots of extra cardstock. All right, Calypso Coral. On this one, so this is the 2-tone cardstock. So this little direction down here says to make it the dark facing up and the light facing down. And you're going to cut 2.5 by 10. So we'll just go 2.5 with the dark up. And then another 2.5. So this is a whole extra piece of cardstock that you get. That coordinates with the whole kit. And then these are going to both get cut at 10. And I can cut these together because I have just put a new blade in. And these are 1B and 1G. So 1B and 1G. I'll put those in my first pile. All right, now we get into the cutting of the white cardstock. And a lot of this cutting for the white cardstock, I actually thought about doing it earlier today because it's just really basic, but it's just layers. These are all just layers for your photos. So they have a nice white frame around them. So we're going 3 1/4. And then 3 1/4. I have to be a little bit careful here because these are a different measurement. But I can cut these two at the same time. So 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And like I said, these are frames for your pictures by 3 1/4. And then this last one is actually 4 1/4. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Like that. And then we're going to put, so this is 2K, 3G, 3F, oops, 3L, 2E, and 2F. And I will get these in the right piles. This is where I start to mess up, when I start thinking I got it all figured out. All right. And then the last one here is 4 1/4. That's an extra piece. So we're going to go 4 1/4. And this one's going to be 6 1/4. And this other one's going to be 4 1/4. And then our frame, so 2D and 3E. And those letters and numbers and all that will make sense when I start putting this stuff together. All right, next page. This is the last cutting we have to do, and then we start to put them together. So then it will go fairly quickly. So our little scissor here is at 6 1/4. So we'll cut down at 6 1/4 by 8 1/2. And that is 1J. Put that in my first pile. And then I have this piece, which is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So we'll just cut that one quickly. And that's 3N. So lots of frames for our pictures. Then this is going to be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And this is 2J. And this one's going to be 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I came in here earlier and I was kind of cold, so I put on this sweatshirt. And now, under these lights, you know, I'm starting to get warm. So we're done with the cutting. We can move that out of the way. And all these are scraps, so I'm going to move those out of the way. And then we're going to flip over our instructions and we're going to get started. Now I'm just going to do one page at a time because it's easy. All right, and so to begin with, we're going to use this pebbled path. And we have either light or dark. I'm probably going to use the dark. Well, maybe I'll use the light. I think I'll use the light. And then I'm going to get my pieces. So these are all the pieces that I cut for my project number 2. So I'm actually doing 2 pages. And so anything that's marked here, anything that's marked 1A to 1E goes on this page. And then anything after E goes on the next page. So I'm going to divide these out by looking at my letters. So that one stays, that one stays, that one stays over there, this one stays here, that one stays here, this one goes here, that one goes here, and this one goes here. All right, so I've got them separated out so I can do the 2 pages. So all of these pieces are going to go on this page. And one of the things that you can do, if you have, if you want your pages to be exactly like Stampin' Up! Does them, they have all the measurements on here. So for instance, this green piece of paper is going to go on this, on the pebble path at 1 inch. And so if I want to be perfect, I can come up here and put my ruler along the top edge of this piece of cardstock at 1 inch. And then I'll know that if I flip this over and add adhesive, that if I butt that right up against that ruler, it's going to be 1 inch. And then I'm going to have 1 inch down at this end. Now, personally, I am not that particular. It's okay by me if things aren't perfect. Just the way I am. All right, so next we have this piece, which is 1C. No, we add this one first. Yeah, so we're going to add 1B on to really just go by letter. So 1B is next. It's going to go right up against this piece here. And then 1C is going to go right up against this here. Really makes it super easy. Then you have this piece that we are going to add on here. And then this piece of plaid is going to get added on there. And to finish off the whole project, I think I'm going to take the stickers. So we're going to start with this one here. And you see it right here. You're just going to go ahead and add this. Oh, I see we have to cut it. All right, so we're going to add this on here. And with these stickers, you do have a little bit of time. So if you get it kind of crooked, you can always pull it up and add it back down. I'm going to cut this off right at the edge there and set that in there. And then we're going to come in with this big springtime sticker and add that onto my frame. And then I'm going to pull out the die cuts. And so like I said on the die cuts, when you go to the back, you will see where they're supposed to go. So for instance, project 1 are the goose. And these die cuts, you know, you could add them on with dimensionals if you wanted to add a little dimension to your project. You don't have to. And then this frame is also part of 1. And again, they just punch out. I'm going to pull that off completely. And pull this out. Now I'm not going to put this totally onto my card or my page because I'm going to move these out of the way because they're done. Because this piece here, as you can see, in the picture goes behind it. And so if I just, oh, there's 2. I got 2 sheets of die cuts. I'm not convinced that I was supposed to get that. That might be extras too. All right, and so this is going to go on there like that, but I'm just going to add just a little bit of adhesive so that when the picture's put in there, it'll be really easy, and then I can attach it down so that it's not, you know, I can put the picture in there without too much trouble. All right, so then I'm going to take, I did get 2 sheets. So then I'm going to take my goose, and she's going to go right there. And I am going to just put her on with adhesive because these are actually going to go into a frame. But there's page number 1. Super simple. Now we're going to do page number 2. We're going to come in with all those other pieces that we had. And I'm going to grab another piece of the pebble path. Now, when I do pages that are lined up like this, I'm going to keep page 1 here. I'm going to bring in the pebbled path piece. I've got to move out my lights. So I just put those together. I'll flip this over so that they're both the same color. I'm going to add them together so that when I start putting on my pieces, let's see, I'll put this on. It'll be easy to line up. So I can easily line it up by making sure that these two pieces of cardstock are lined up. And then bringing this piece in. And that way when they're in a book as a 2-page spread, they're even. So just a really simple concept. All right, so then we're going to do the same thing on this side. So we're going to take our Calypso coral and run this along this edge. And then we're going to take our plaid, which I love this plaid. These are cute pages. The next 2 pages that I'm going to do are really cute. And my son and his wife have a friend who's having a baby next week. And I'm going to give those pages to her as in frames for the baby's nursery. Wait till you see them. It's going to be so cute. All right, and then you're going to do the same thing with this. You're going to add our little piece of lace here, our eyelets, which is just watercolored on eyelets. Eyelet lace there. And we'll trim off this end like that. And then you're going to come in with, so this piece is going to go on here like that. And this piece is actually going to be down at the bottom here. I want to make sure I don't use the part that has writing on it. So very similar to that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this piece on first. And I am just eyeballing it. And then I'm going to put this piece on. And that's going to just butt up right against that. It can either butt up right against it or you can go right over it a little bit. I kind of like that plaid. I want it to show. So that goes on there like that. And then this is where you come in with these little frames. And so I would actually put two pictures on here. Probably not going to put I might put them on just barely. Just so they know that I know that I can put 2 pictures on here. So I'll just put a little bit of adhesive because that will pop right off. Or I can just put the pictures right over the top of that, the white. Like that. And then we're going to come in with, let me scoot some things out of the way here. Now I got die cuts everywhere. All right, so we're going to come in with the stickers to begin with. And these corners, these little corners here, they're going to go actually right up in the corner here. Just add a little accent to your pictures. Very cute. I love the colors. I love how they mix up the color families. I have a tendency in color families to stick, you know, whatever's in that family together, keep them together. This really makes you kind of think outside the box and do some different things. So, and my favorite color right now, again, is still Lost Lagoon. And this has a lot of Lost Lagoon in it, so I like that. All right, so there's that. And then I need a couple of die cuts, and I'll pull those over. Oh, I know. So you use these pots. Oh. So this pot is going to go here. And I'm also going to use this as a journaling tab. I got an extra sheet of die cuts, which is kind of cool because I have so much paper. All right, so that's just going to tuck in there as a little journaling thing. And then this is going to get put on here. And then in my basket is actually going to be stickers, which are going to be these. So we'll do a radish and some peas. I might have to take pictures of my brother-in-law's garden this this year. He at the ripe old age of 70 something started to garden, and he's actually got a friend that helps him out a lot. But it's awesome, and I think it'd be fun to have pictures of his pages. So if I really wanted to make this look like it's supposed to, I could take this and tuck that under there, and then somebody knows that that's going to be for a picture. So there's pages 1 and 2 complete. All right, so page 3. These are the ones that I've been wanting to do because I think they're so cute. We'll start here. I got a little technique to show you. So we're going to use Lost Lagoon as our base. We'll pull that out. I'm going to use the light side because I really want this to look babyish. Okay, so I'm going to take this die cut here, and I'm going to actually punch out this piece and punch out these 3 butterflies because they're going to get part of it. They're part of this, but not yet. All right, so the technique on this one is using your die cuts as stencils. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down, and then I'm going to come in with my Lost Lagoon ink and a blending brush, and I'm just going to lay that on there and get some ink on it, and then blend that ink right into that die cut, just to give a real subtle background to this project. And when I pull that up, you can just barely see them. If you want them to be darker, by certainly just put the stencil back on. I'm going to make them a little darker. My ink pad must be pretty dry, so we'll get it in there. I want you to be able to see it this time. You will be able to now. Anyway, you can see how you put those butterflies on there, and we're going to do the same thing up in this corner. It's just kind of fun to give this project a little bit of craftiness and learn a new technique. Use your die cuts for stencils. We all have a million die cuts. And there's those. So that just adds a little bit to the page. We're going to do it to the other page too, the next one coming up. So this time I'm going to grab all the 2s. All the 2 pieces. And for this one, this page, we're going to go anything that is 2A to 2F stays with this page. The other ones go with the other page. What did I say? 2A to 2F, right? To B. All right. So I'll move these others out of the way for now, and we're just going to put this page together. So to begin with, we're going to use this piece here. And this piece is going to go this way. It's going to be like it's going to be matted. So the border is going to be very similar all the way around. And then like this piece is going to go up here. Does that make sense? All right, so let's go ahead and lay this down. This is just going to be a really cute. It's going to be really cute in her nursery. So lay that down, and then we'll take this piece and add some adhesive to this strip. And then we're going to take this piece. Oh, this is a long one. This might be cut wrong. 2B. It's going to go right here. But I must have cut it too long. So I'm going to go ahead and trim it. There, then the bunny's face is facing upright. Put a little adhesive on that. Lay that down up the top there. Worked out cute. That little bunny's face is right there. All right, so we have that. Now we're going to use a 4x6 photo. Oh, that's these. I'm going to go ahead and use these because she will know where to put the picture in just by seeing that. Right? And then this one, which is going to go down here. And then this one, which actually is going to go here. Cute. All right. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a couple of the butterflies that we punched out. So that butterfly is going on and that butterfly is going on. And then we're going to look at our die cut sheet. And we have this adorable bunny is going to go on here. And then we'll look at our sticker sheet. This little vine, this little watercolored vine is going to go right up here. And then we have somebody special, which is going to go right here. So we'll go ahead and put our die cuts on. And again, you could put these butterflies on with dimensionals if you wanted your page to have a little bit of dimension. But you don't have to. And there is page number 2. The first page of page number 2. All right, page number 3. For the second page of 2. Oh, gets kind of confusing. All right, so we're going to use a piece of Lost Lagoon. We're almost done. I mean, this is a really quick way to do 6 pages, I think. All right, so on this one, we're going to add this piece on, very similar to the last piece. This one I cut way too long because it's only supposed to be 10 inches. So I'll work on that. I have this piece, this little plaid piece. So we're going to put this one on first. It's cute. They're all so cute. All right, so before I put this down, I'm actually going to put this piece on. And the reason is because I'm going to pick it up and cut it. And if I add it on here, then I can just flip this over and trim this off. I don't know how I missed those cuts. Well, I do because I wasn't paying attention. All right, so this one is going to go, maybe I don't want that to be so low. Okay, now that I got that cut the way I want it, I'm going to put this one on. So earlier tonight I was having issues with my camera, my volume. I was like, I know that happened a couple months ago and I kept losing everybody or they kept losing me. Oh, I forgot to do the stenciling. Let's do some stenciling on here. Pick up some green ink or Lost Lagoon. And I'll do some over here. So they're not in the same place as the other ones. You can move them around. You could actually do more. And you could do them as dark as you want them. I like the look of the shadow. I like them to look like they're faded out. Here we go. That looks cool. I like that stenciling look. All right, so I have this one ready to go. So we're going to kind of line it up. We're going to take this piece. We already added to it, so I'm going to add it on to my paper. And I'm kind of measuring so that it's about the same as that. And then this piece is going to go on the bottom here. It's cute. That bunny paper is so stinking cute. All right, and then this piece is going to go right across that top. And wait till you see this little sticker of carrots. They're so cute. So then this piece is going to go, line that up there, run that across like that. And then we have two pieces for our pictures. I'm going to put the carrots on first. This is just another sticker of carrots. And these are going to go right along the top of this plaid border, like that. And then when I get to this end, I'm going to take my scissor and just trim that off. I think the watercolor look of these are, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful artwork. All right, so then we're going to go ahead and post the first picture. We'll go there. The second picture will go up here in the corner. And then we have this butterfly. That's going to go in there, but I need to get, so on this die sheet, there's this, another journaling box. And so we're going to put that underneath that butterfly. And then that butterfly will pop a little bit better. Put that there and then put the butterfly there. And then it does pop up. All right, so now on my sheet, you see this little bunny? So we need this little bunny. He's going to go here. Cute. And then I should have a die cut. Here they are. So there's this oval that was inside one of the frames, and you punch those carrots out. Oh, again, I'm cutting everything because I had two sheets. I'm really excited about two sheets. Watch my blog, because I'll take this paper and these die cuts and I'll make some fun cards that I can do for this gift that I'm going to make for the kid's friend. I'm going to leave those up. I don't want those carrots to be hidden. I want them to be up. So there. And then there's one more little flap that goes here that I believe is a die cut. Yep, here it is. Another little box to put a date in or whatnot. And that's going to go right there. So there's those two pages done. Really fast and simple. I love them. All right, moving on to the last two pages. And these are super simple to put together. All right, let me grab the sheets. So I have all these pieces cut. These are for our pictures. We are using A through G. So A through G for this page, and then the other ones go on the next page. It's warm. All right. So this is really just a little bit of paper. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my cardstock. I'm going to go with the lighter side first. I'm going to take my coat off. I guess I don't need a sweatshirt now. All right. So we're going to start. We'll move these out of the way so I don't get them mixed up. Move that over there. Really, this is going to be fast. All right, so to begin with, we are going to put this like right across the middle. And then we're going to put these little strawberries are going to go right across the bottom. And then we're going to take these strawberries and they're going to go along the top with this one too. And that's how you lay down your paper. So we're going to start with this one. And line that up. Make it straight. And then put these strawberries across the top. So really it's just going to go right across that top border of the cardstock. Cute. And then we'll put this plaid. That's going to go right across like there. And then these little strawberries. Going to go right across the bottom of that. And if I wanted to, I could cut more strawberries so that they were right in the middle, but not a lot of it shows. So I'm not going to get too worried about it at this point because just not a lot of it shows. All right. Now you're going to go ahead and take your pieces for your pictures. And these are going to go on here. Like this one's going to go here. This one is going to go over here. I'll pick up with this one first. And then this one's going to go here. Like that. All right, and then we're just going to add on all of our dies and our stickers. So we have this, You Are So Sweet. So let's put sweet on there first. And then You Are So. I'm going to tuck that right in there. And then we're going to do this big strawberry. It's going to go right there. Cute. And then we have this banner. It's going to come under this one. Don't you just love how it all just comes together? And it's beautiful. We have another box. There it is. So this little box is going to go on here. It's actually going to go right here. And then this cute little flower is going to kind of tuck in there. Cute page. So that one's done. So let's bring those extra pieces and do the last page. And I want to keep this one out because I do want to line them up so they line up with this piece here. We'll use the same side of the cardstock. So the cardstock's the same color. We're going to put this blue stripe on first. I just love that this just used such little paper, but it just really makes that page. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. All right. And then we'll do this Calypso coral border, which really on this page, if you like that plaid paper, that would have been cute too. But because I know she's having a little girl, these will be adorable for a little girl's book. If I knew she was having a boy, I probably would do the plaid. Just because that's how I am. All right, I just want to make sure that they kind of line up and are similar. And then we'll add on these strawberries. And this is going to get added to this up here at the corner, all the way across. And then the last one we're going to add is the strawberries, and then I can move this page out of the way so I have a little bit more room. I'm almost done though. Oh, and now I'm going to run out of adhesive, which, believe me, I have more where that came from. Put the strawberries on there, and then I can move this page out for the moment. All right. So our next page here is this one. And I'm going to pop, let's see, this die here comes out. This frame, and I love it that it's just a frame, but they don't use it as a frame on this particular page. They just use it as a background decoration. All right, so I got that. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a different adhesive because that one is out. That one is out. Now everyone has, sorry. Sorry. And this is going to lay on here. Just kind of a fun decorative piece. And then we have our pieces of our photos. So this one's going to go here. And this one's going to go here. And this one is going to go here. I'm going to move it up a little bit. Not that it really matters, but you know. All right, so then I'm going to come in with my stickers. And this strawberry is going to go here. And this strawberry is going to go up here. And this little banner is going to go right there. I used all the stickers but that, and I am thinking that that is probably going on one of the pages. I probably just missed it. Let me grab the die cuts because I know I need this one. It's going to go up here. I think that's it. Oh, wait. Sunshine and warm days. It goes on this page. You can just barely see it in there. All right, so all your stickers are used up. However, my kit came with 2 sheets of dies, and my guess would be it was only supposed to have 1 sheet of dies, but I was lucky, and I got a whole bunch of paper. So let me grab the other. What did I do with the page? I moved it out of the way so it wouldn't be in my way. How does that happen? Oh, it's underneath the dies. All right, so then these are the 2 pages completed. All I have to do is put pictures on them, and they are done. And like I said, I'm going to do, these 2 are actually going to go into frames so that they can put them, hang them in their nursery with pictures of the baby. And then, I don't know what I'll do with the other ones. This one's probably going to be Dennis's garden. Anyway, just a lot of fun. Super easy. It's fun to get back into scrapbooking and when they make it easy. And one of the things I want people to realize is once you have these instructions, keep them because you have all the measurements so that you could grab a couple sheets of designer series paper and some background papers, 12 by 12, and cut your paper like it says to do here. Put your pages together. It will be a totally different look with a totally different designer series paper. All right, so if anybody has any questions, next week I'll be doing techniques. I'll be doing card techniques. I've been kind of practicing on some cards and some different ideas. So come back next Thursday at 7 o'clock and it'll totally be cards and techniques. Thanks and everybody for coming. Thanks, Sylvie. If anybody has any questions, ask now because I'm going to say goodbye because it's time to go. Right, 6 pages in an hour. That's pretty darn good from start to finish. And I talked a little bit at the beginning. So, all right, folks, have a great night, and I will speak with you next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.